It's Sunday today, and I actually went skating in the morning. I didn't do any exercise or running, my usual morning routine. Um, and then I came home and just took a nap because I didn't sleep that well. And now I'm making soup, even though it's almost summer. It's warm, but I feel like soup, some coconut soup with sweet potatoes. And then at the same time, I actually restarted my knitting. I joined a knitting group where you can get tips on how to knit, and it's mostly foreigners. And you show up, and he, just offers you the the wool and even the knitting needles. So I actually discovered these, the small ones that have this loop. I'm not used to them. When I learned knitting at school, it was just two separate ones. And what I realized that it would, the whatever work you were doing would slip, and then you have to start again. But this one is really good. I can leave it and forget about it and then resume where I started without losing everything, which is really something I love. So that's one thing that I learned from this knitting group. He's really, really good. I will share his Instagram. And there are a lot of foreigners, which also is a good place for people who are new in Denmark. I live in Copenhagen, by the way. People who are new in Denmark to connect through knitting. And the funny thing is that because from South Africa and some people are from Spain, he says that there's an English knitting method, which is where you let go of the wool. But now he's taught me this method where you hold. I still don't remember how you start. You make the loop. I have to revisit that so that you know. So you have, these are the needles. This is new. It's like rewiring my brain because the way I learned it at school, it was just a different technique. And he says the English technique is a bit slower. The Danish or Scandinavian technique is that you keep your hand, you keep the wool here, and then you go and, catch the wool without letting go of your needles. The English method, you would go and then catch the wool and then let go. But I actually agree with him that this Scandinavian method is much more quicker. And I also love like I said, I love the needles. I love this loop in the needles because when I learned at school in South Africa, it wasn't like this. It was just two big chunky needles and with a little knot or knob at the end to stop everything from falling off. But if we did it once a week, and if a week had passed, then sometimes you lose what you've created and you have to go back. But this keeps everything in place. So right now, I'm not making anything fancy. I just need to practice the technique so that it's drilled and it gets automated. That's what you say when you do something without thinking about it. I see women and men knitting without even looking at what they're doing, because it's so automated. The whole skill is so automated. So I would love to do that. My goal is to be able to knit a little hood that I can tie around in winter with it looks like a little Red Riding Hood, but it's a scarf that you tie around your head and then it comes down. It's like narrow at the end and then you can tie it around. So it covers your neck, but also your head. That is my goal. And I know that is very ambitious, but Rome was not built in one day. So I will just keep doing. And it's also very relaxing. So knitting is also one of my vows, the vows that I promise to keep to myself, to practice knitting until I can make something that is not just a scarf. But for now, we'll start with a scarf. And I love the wool. It's a palka wool. So if I do manage to make something, I can still keep this as a scarf. So let me show you. I will be able to tie it around. If it gets this long, I might have to get a new wool. I would have like a nice brown scarf. And I actually love the color. So again, the idea of the vows that I made is mainly about cultivating of self. My kids are big now. My daughter is at work. She's 17. She hardly has any time to spend with me. I mean, once in a while we go for ice cream or go for, together to the movies and all that. But it's not like when they were small where they need you constantly and, you don't even have time to go to the toilet, to the bathroom and sit by yourself. Now I'm at that place where I actually miss, funny enough, I miss those moments as well. But instead of sitting and sulking and feeling sorry for myself, I have dedicated this time at 48 with a 23-year-old who's moved away from home at varsity and a 17-year-old who literally has a life full, has social life, school, friends, work. So yeah, I don't know what happened now. So I created these vows for myself so that I can cultivate myself, be better at things instead of waiting. Because when you're a mom and you're raising your kids, you hardly have any time to do things that are about you, about improving yourself, that are about pouring into yourself. So I feel like this is a time that is given for me, a privilege and a resource that I have on a Sunday like this where I'm not going anywhere. And I actually chose not to go anywhere. I could have gone to a flea market, I could have met with a friend for a walk or coffee, but I decided, no, I'm just going to go and cultivate myself, like improve me. So I went for skating this morning and I met this absolutely beautiful soul skater who's there, and I asked him to film me and he was just cheering me on, a complete stranger. And then, like I said, I came home and just rested. And now I'm making dinner while I'm actually watching Tandim Zamo's vlog while I'm knitting. So, again, the whole idea of making commitments, writing these commitments to yourself, for yourself, is about discovering the things that you wanted to learn, that you wished you have learned at some point, but you never really did, or things that you started learning, but you never really became better at or mastered. But because of never having the time, you realize that I would really love to do that. And when you do that, when like this, doing this right now, it's training my brain. I'm training, my new my as they call, the parts of my brain that needs focus and coordination and all that. So they're all the positive things of doing things that are about improving you. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll be able to make a sweater, right? But I would love to. My goal is to make that scarf. So let's see. But something like this, knitting is a skill that I am revisiting. It's a vow that I've written and I will revisit and I'll keep becoming better. So it's not something that has an a finite goal, like a place. I can just be better at it. I'll be 55 and I'll probably hopefully, be knitting something for my grandkids if I do become a grandmother one day. So that is the whole idea, where I'm just at ease with knitting and I can talk and I can, without even looking at what I'm doing. So I hope that this activity that I'm doing, this vow, promise of, becoming better at knitting and also connecting with people while I'm learning how to knit, and having a goal of making something that is beautiful for myself and maybe later on for friends, is something that can inspire you where you are. If you are like myself at midlife and you're just thinking, what now? What is out there? This could be a thing that you do for yourself. Write those vows, those promises that you want to make for yourself to improve. And it could be you asking for help. I think actually I'm going to add that because I realize that I thrive in asking for help to complete strangers. Like today, I asked that guy to take a video of me while I was practicing my skating, and people are generally very happy to say yes, thank you. And that's another thing that is a promise to myself, that do not be afraid to ask for help and do not be afraid to ask stupid questions. So I will show you. This is this is the beginning. I will show you the end results because it, like I said, it's a continuous vow that I promise to revisit and recommit to, just like my running, just like my skating. And yeah, so I'll keep knitting and I'm hoping you're having a beautiful Sunday. Progress on my knitting project, which is my vow number 3, I believe. So I'm making a scarf to begin with, and next time I'll make another scarf, a very popular scarf in Denmark. But this is the beginning of me recommitting to my knitting. Like, I mean, it's not perfect, but I think actually it will be enough to wrap around in when it gets colder. I love the color, I love the brown color. And I actually think I did well. This is the first time I create something this long and this, I mean, it could be better. I don't know what could be better, but and I don't know which standards I'm measuring the better, but I am very, very happy that I am committing to this promise, to this vow that I need to continue knitting and improve my knitting skills. And one day I hope that I can make like beautiful, pretty stuff for myself and for my kids and for my grandkids and for my friends, loved ones, yeah. So I'm very, very proud of myself. Really, I'm really proud of myself. Like I said last time, that I am part of this knitting group where we meet once a month. And so far, I just said to the person who's helping us that I just want to commit to something very simple, because I usually, plan over ambitious projects and then I lose the motivation. So I just want to start with something simple and small, and then get used to my, the technique that he taught me. And I find it so relaxing. I can watch telly and still continue to knit because it's straightforward. I don't need to remember. I don't need to count anything. But I know the next project that I'm planning to do will require me to focus, to count, to keep track of stuff. But hopefully I will be ready. So this is me sharing an inspiration on the vows that I've made to myself, on committing to doing the things that I want to improve, picking up new skills, and just going back and rediscovering some of the skills that I learned when I was a child but never really excelled at them. And this is for myself. This is for self-growth. This is things that I'm relearning at the age of 45. And maybe this could inspire you to do the same. So yeah, I just wanted to share the progress, and I'll share the end results. I actually I'm almost at the end of my wool. And I think it's fine that the scarf is not that long, just enough to tie it around. I think this is how it's going to look like. Right? Hello. I just made a scarf. So I'm just going to knit a bit and while I chill. Hi guys, this is today's outfit. It's a holiday, or I think it's called a bank holiday in Copenhagen. So I am going out to buy some flowers so I can fix my balcony in my apartment. It needs a bit of cleaning. And today's outfit is the row slides that are super comfortable, and I just love the brown, and a Burberry vintage skirt that I had altered because it was a bit too wide on my waist. Maybe wasn't a smart idea because I can see I'm picking up weight, so it might end up being tight, which is a shame. And I had it shortened as well because it was like mid. I just love the length. And I'm wearing a Zara t-shirt, striped shirt. I think you can mix checkers and stripes, right? And I am wearing my hat, Borsalina hat that I got from my brother a couple of years ago. I simply love it. It can be warm when it's hot, but it also gives shade. So it's just one of those things where you can wear it in winter and summer, because yeah. And I also use it when it's raining. It's 100% pure wool, and the jewelry is the same as always. My silver stack and my gold necklace. I am really trying to get into my wardrobe and see what I can find, actually shopping in my wardrobe and see what I can find, like wearing the clothes that I normally would skip wearing and finding ways of how to mix and match. And sometimes things that you don't think actually work, they work well together, like the plate, like mixing the checkered and the stripes. I've never done this before, but hey, you make your own rules, right? So I am actually shopping in my wardrobe. I could say I have like a lot of skirts that I hardly wear. I tend to grab a pair of denims or trousers, and slip dresses in summer. But yeah, now I'm just trying to see what's out there. And I forgot that I had this beautiful red skirt and this very basic t-shirt from Zara. And it's a simple look. You can also, wear high heels if you're going out. I don't know. But I just feel like it's just about trying out different things and see what works. And if you feel good, then that's the whole point, right? It's the whole point. You're dressing up for yourself. And I feel like I'm dressing for myself. At some point when I was in my 20s, I was told that I was short. I should always wear high heels. And that was for a man. But now I choose to wear high heels when I want to. And I choose to wear flats when I also want to. And if someone likes me wearing flats, then they really like me for me. But if someone has the illusion that I've got long legs because I'm wearing high heels, and then they see me the next day and I'm like, 162 short, then they don't like me. Well, it's their loss. You know what I mean? So I think for me, comfort is more important than trying to be uncomfortable and try to attract a certain type of men out there. So yeah, I'm a 48-year-old woman who just dresses for herself. So this is the whole look. I can come closer. You can see the hat. My brother gave me the hat. It didn't have a feather, and he actually such a beautiful soul. He actually bought the feather, the extra feather, and he bought the box for me to keep the hat because he doesn't want it. He's such a everything is taken care of. He really takes care of his stuff, and he buys good stuff, but he really takes care of them. He also bought me the box to put the hat when I'm not using it, and therefore it has stayed and maintained its shape because I'm sure I would have hung it somewhere. So yeah, it's such a beautiful hat. It's an Italian brand, so and you can buy them used actually, so you don't have to spend a lot of money. So this is the outfit for going out to buy some flowers and soil for my balcony and clean up my balcony. Okay, I hope that you're having a beautiful day wherever you are. Like I said, it's a bank holiday here. Let me know what you think about the outfit and what are some of the things that you put up front, like your priority when you dress. Whether you're going out for a run, whether you're going out for a walk, whether you're going out to price, practical stuff, or going out for dinner. What is it that you put as the most important thing in at the top of your list? For me, it's comfort and feeling like I recognize myself. Comfort and being able to say, this is Zo, this is me. Yeah, I'm not trying to I'm not trying to look like someone else. Yeah. Anyways, until next time. It's the final countdown. Excuse my energy and enthusiasm. But guys, come on. How can you not be proud of yourself when you're able to make such a beautiful, 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 beautiful scarf? I mean, when I started this vow, promised myself that I need to get back into my knitting, which I learned at school. I only learned the basics. I've never created anything that was anything. Whatever projects that I've tried were too ambitious, and I just simply gave up. You know, at some point I wanted to make like a blanket. It was just an overwhelming task. But I joined this knitting group in Copenhagen. It's for free and it's with foreigners mostly. It's mixed by a lot of foreigners because it's also a way of connecting. And I just sat there and I started. He showed me, you know, a new method. And I've been there 3 times. No, twice actually. I've missed the that time. But I was like, each time I come home, I would sit as a way of relaxation, start knitting while I was talking to my daughter, while I'm watching TV or listening to music. I would just knit and I didn't know what I was making. I was just making a scarf, you know, just going straight, you know, it shouldn't be anything complicated. And I was like, if I can just accomplish this task, I'll be so proud of myself. But guys, I didn't imagine that it would be something this beautiful. Like, I'm sad that it's spring right now because I'm ready to rock this scarf. I even put a little brooch. I need to learn how to finish it so that it's nice and not, you know, yeah, unprofessional. So I need him to help me to learn how to finish it and maybe actually continue. It would, I mean, I don't know if I should. Do you think I should continue? Do you think I should continue? This is Lama. This is Lama, by the way. And I'm just like, I am so excited. I'm so happy for myself. Like, you really have to cheer for yourself. So, when you start seeing the results of the things that you put in your list as the things that you must do for yourself, things that you want to do for yourself, things that you want to improve for yourself, and you accomplish some of the things, you know, like you have the final results. Oh, you have no idea. I wish I could come here and show you my skating skills where I'm twirling and turning and all that. I'm not there yet. So some things will remain a process, a slow process. Some things, the results will be quicker. And this is just goes to show that if you are planning to do something for yourself, go ahead and do it. Like, make mistakes. It might be ugly, it might be beautiful, but you're going to be so proud. Because I am proud. Listen, I even styled with a little brooch. And I think it's going to be so warm because I made it so wide that actually I think it's fine like this, right? Let me know. Do you think I should make it longer? Maybe this long? Or is it fine like this? I love that it does this little wrap and I can go like this. Oh, I can't wait for winter. I usually don't like Danish winters or you know, autumn. But right now, and I just need to find, like, I have a cream wool jumper, a very thick one, like a cable knit, that I can wear in autumn. You know, it's so thick I can't wear. I need like a very thick, like a white jacket. And I usually just wear it with something underneath and enough to keep me warm because autumn is still, you know, that's my birthday month. And then have this on top, style with this brush. I mean, the possibilities are endless. You see what I'm saying? So this was just to show you my vow, my 4th vow, which is knitting, improve my knitting skills, that I just want to start with a project that is simple and easy to follow and see if I reach the end. And now I've got another project that's coming. I want him to help me create maybe something that is more slightly challenging. I don't know if socks are too complicated, or maybe I should create a scarf that has like a little hoodie, because I saw someone wearing a scarf that like had a little hoodie, like a little Red Riding Hood, and then the ends were so long that she actually tied them around, which is really nice when it really gets cold, and you can also put it like a. So that is another oncoming project, but hey, patience is virtue, so it might take me 6 months, I don't know. But anyways, I just wanted to finish here and say nothing ventured, nothing gained, and if you don't try, you will never know. And this was the final countdown. Like, comment, and share, and let me know what is, if should I continue with the scarf, make it longer, or should I just finish it? Do you want to see how I would style it, even though it's off season, or do you think it's fine? Anyways, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself. And thank you for watching. Until the next one.